Hello students, welcome to competitive exam library YouTube channel. So this is another different video what I am going to make rather than the subject. So here how to attempt any external exams of any university. So there are some tips are there to attempt the external exams. So these tips are very useful to write external exam without any confusion, okay, and tension and nervous. All these things you can avoid while writing the external exams of any university. Okay, let us move to the video. See, so first point you have to remember is protect your health during exam time. This point I already told in the previous video also. So you have to protect your health before the exam duration. So that is a very important point. At the exam time, if you have any health issues or like that, whatever the hard work you have done during entire semester, that is going to waste because at the exam time if you are unable to write your exams properly. So that is the first point I am giving to you. So protect your health during the exam time. Second point is before going to exam, this is a very important point. Check your hall tickets, pen, pencil, calculator, and if you need any extra protractor or scales, all these things you have to check and keep it in the proper one box. So it is a very important point. Eraser like that, sharpener, all those things if you keep it in one box, it is very good. Okay, so that is a important point. And third very important point is reach the exam center early and enter into the exam hall 10 minutes before. See, and pray your God, okay, pray your favorite God to write, to asking him to write the exam well, so to get the good marks. Normally we will see the students they will read up to last minute. For example, 10 o'clock exam is there, means up to 9:59 they will read. Within that 1 minute of time they will enter, so that is not good. So you have to reach the exam center early, okay, and enter into the exam hall 10 minutes before, okay, so that, and pray your God whichever you like, so that you will have some cool mind while writing the examination. Don't read up to last minute. That is my suggestion. That is the fourth point. Next one, if you observe, don't be nervous and tense after sitting in the examination hall. This is a very important point. Don't be like nervous and tension how we will get the paper, or whether whatever I have read that they will give in the examination paper or not, that we cannot estimate. Okay, so you don't be nervous and tense after sitting in the examination hall. Another important point is after giving you booklet, there are some details to be filled up by you. Okay, fill the details properly, your name, roll number, paper, subject code, extra, all those things you fill properly, so that you will have no mistakes while writing your answer booklet. Okay, that is another important point. Next one is 7. After receiving the paper, read it for 5 minutes. So this is a very important point. After receiving your external paper, read it 5 minutes. So why I am asking, see, before going to exam or before going to the examination preparation, you allot the time for each question. Okay, so how you have to allot the time for each question is dividing the total time, okay, total time by number of questions you have to answer. For example, just I have taken here 3 hours means 180 minutes to write 5 questions, for example. So you have to divide 180 minutes by 5, that means you are going to get 35 minutes approximately for each question. Still 5 more minutes will be left out, so that you will have 5 minutes of time to read the question paper. Okay, so 35 minutes time will be there for each question. Like that you estimate your time divided by the number of questions you have to answer in the external exam, and you allot the time for each question. Here I have taken an example, you are going to have some 35 minutes for each question, like that. Next, so after reading that 5 minutes of question paper, first you select the question which you are very confident and perfectly write all answers, okay, without any disturbance. Later I will write another sub question, later like that, at last I will write like that. Don't start that question at all So you start the question whatever you are very confident, that question you start, so that the first impression will make a good impression for the evaluator, so that you can carry that same impression for the next questions also. You will have, if you have written some wrong also, they will carry that impression. So that's why I am asking to write perfectly the first answer, okay. So and each sub question also. And normally the other students, what we will observe while correcting the papers, mention question papers or question numbers properly. They won't mention the question numbers, and sub questions are also will be there. For example, 10th question you are writing, 10th question will have some 3 sub questions, means you have to write 10A, 10B, like the 10C. Sub questions numbers are also very important, you have to mention, so that sub question number is also to be mentioned properly. That is what I am explaining here. Next you see another important, after writing answer, if allowed for you, that is in some universities whether they will allow, if they are not allowed to highlight the points, 90% they will allow to highlight the points with pencil, it is okay. With the different colors or glittering pens, that you don't use, just you use the pencil with the highlight. So what I am doing here, see, like this with the pencil, just you can highlight like this, okay, just you can highlight like this with your pencil, or you can answer like this, okay. So like this you highlight, okay, with your pencil, so that examiner can understand. So you know the some subject, and you have some points, you know, he will highlight, okay. If you are highlighted, he will observe that points, what is important points you have written, so that it will be easy for him to correct and evaluate and give the good marks to you. Next important point is problems. So if you see the subjects, some subjects may be a theoretical, some subjects may be a problematic, so that you take problematic subjects. So in the problematic subjects are, so you have to write the question numbers properly first, okay. You have to write the question number and draw necessary diagrams for that problems, okay. That is your duty to draw the necessary diagrams also for solving that type of problems. And also mention units for each and all quantities. You mention units for all quantities, that will make you a good impression for the evaluator, so that he will feel that he know the all values, okay. Next is 5 minutes before, now we came for the end of the examination, 5 minutes before complete exam and check the question numbers properly and diagrams drawn neatly or not. So once you check it whether the diagrams are, and 5 minutes before complete the exam, check it the question numbers and diagrams, draw it neatly or not, whether it is any parts you are missing or that, once again you check it, so that you will have some clarity, and you will get some confidence at the examination end. Next important point is, if any paper missed in the middle, sometimes we will miss the paper in the middle, then we will turn the next page, in the middle we will have the gap. So what you have to do is, you have to keep the PTO. PTO means paper turnover. You write it there, so that the examiner won't get confused. So he will understand that you forgot and you missed out, so that he can understand like that PTO in that paper. That is another important point, that is the mistakes we will do in the examination hall while we are in the tension mode. And last is not least, okay, very important, at last you have to write the end, okay, and strike off the remaining pages in the booklet. So after writing, you are feeling that my exam is completed, I attempted the questions whatever I have to attempt, so and I completed perfectly, so that you write at the end, you write only the end, okay. At last you write the end, so that you will have some confidence, okay. Write the end, then strike off the remaining pages. So normally we will do the mistake, we won't do the strike of the pages, so you have to do the strike of the remaining pages in the booklet. These are the important points you are going to note down, and you have to keep it in your mind while going to the examination hall. So you have to keep these all points and prepare for your external exam. That's all in this video. So if you are seeing first time this channel, please like, share and subscribe the channel. Share it to your friends, which is a very useful video. These two videos are very useful for the examination preparation, who are going to write the first time examination. So very useful for the external exam. So that's all. If you have any queries, you can make comment in the comment box. I can reply. Thank you very much.